back after going down 1-0 from Mateta after that controversy penalty. We're going to talk about that on the show. They fought back and won that game 2-1. So fantastic for Amorim. City fought back and scored in the final minutes of their game to beat Leeds 3-2. Fantastic game everywhere. Aston Villa have moved to top 4 after they beat Wolves, who are rock bottom of the Premier League, 1-0. Spurs, they are butlers. They lost at home to Fulham, and Chukwueze got an assist in that game. Yeah. Fantastic game, week 13 in the Premier League. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, we'll talk about the Premier League and the La Liga because Barcelona are the leaders currently in the La Liga after Real Madrid drew their game yesterday. Good morning, also.
Good morning, Godwin. Exciting weekend of football and terrible result from both teams that I supported in the Premier League last night. Terrible result, terrible run of result for almost the 3 teams I predicted. And again, it was a fantastic result of fantastic football because you could see the excitement on the fans' face. You could see the excitement in my face. I felt it, but I know I'm going to talk about all of them. I'm going to pour my grief on this show because I don't get person to banter. So I'll just come and pour my grievances on this show. And I'll say a big welcome to every listener and every viewer on YouTube.
Good morning, John.
A phenomenal morning to you, Godwin, and to every listener out there. You know, I like as this show is going. You know, we are leaning in the right direction. It was an awesome weekend of football for me. We beat Leeds, and we in Barcelona also picked up a win in that game and went to the top of the table as predicted. Girona, I see you. Toile Fauna.
Okay. And you get a very, very happy new month.
Yes.
Even if I'm not happy, I have to just share the happiness.
Yeah, this is
happy new month to you guys.
Happy new month.
Welcome to December.
Yeah, welcome to December, guys. This is December 1st of December 2025. We have barely 30 days before the end of the year. God has kept us from whatever you believe that kept you from January till now. So everyone should we should be grateful.
For you,
yeah,
alhamdulillah, always.
We should be grateful for the life we are living now. Even though we are hoping that Nigeria will get better and better and better, hopefully we'll get better. But it was a fantastic game of football. Even on Sunday in the NPFL, we lost the Oriental Derby against ENYIMBA 2-1. You know, you win this one, we lose again, we go back and win again.
We turn the corner.
Yeah, we turn the corner. We keep doing this off and on with Rangers International, but we'll see if they will keep doing better for us. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can always go there, drop your comments, and we'll be reading your comments live here in the studio because this week has been fantastic for football lovers. Okay, let's start with the Premier League. I'll give you the results of the Premier League games that happened throughout the weekend, and we'll talk about most of them because I think this particular game week 13, it's Manchester City that he favored more because they moved to second on the table, just a couple of points behind Arsenal.
5 points.
Yeah, so on Saturday, Brentford beat Burnley 3-1. Sunderland beat Bournemouth 3-2. Sunderland was losing 2 goals down, and they fought back to win that game 3-2. This is the first time in their history they are losing 2 goals and they come back to win that game.
And this is the second time this season Bournemouth is doing that.
So fantastic for Sunderland. They have been doing well this season. Manchester City beat Leeds United 3-2. Even though Haaland did not score, but at least they are scoring without Haaland. So I think it's a good thing for City because they depend too much on Haaland. So winning games without Haaland scoring, I think is a good thing for them. Everton, after their historic win at Old Trafford on last week Monday, lost at home to Newcastle 4-1.
IG initial gragra. The rich man you told muscle show.
Everybody
they hyped.
A greater United.
Okay. Finally on Saturday, Spurs lost at home to Fulham 2-1. You know, Frank started well. Yeah, Frank started well this season, but somehow he's been dropping points recently. On Sunday, Crystal Palace lost at home to Manchester United 2-1. Mount and Zeski scored both goals for Manchester United. The other game, West Ham lost at home to Liverpool. Liverpool, after 3 games in a row, they have lost in the Premier League. They found something to be happy about. They beat West
Finally,
Ham 2 goals to 0.
it
Then
was never
Aston
in
Villa
doubt.
has crashed into the top 4. Now they beat
They
Wolves.
trashed the party.
Yeah, they beat Wolves one
Cut
goal to
everything.
0. Wolves are rock bottom of the in the Premier League. They are obviously going to relegate. No matter, they should start planning for next season already. Even though it's game week 13, they should start planning for next season and what they are going to, who are they going to set and who is going to stay with them. Nottingham Forest, after their recent weeks of doing well, they lost to Brighton 2 goals to 0.
As
Then
expected.
finally, at the London Derby, Chelsea and Arsenal played a 1-1 draw. Like I said, they got a record in the first half of that game, but Arsenal couldn't do anything with that particular incident. That game ended 1-1, and Chelsea scored first in that game. Fantastic game for both teams. So, but 1 point is a fair result for both of them. Okay, let's start with the City game. City beat Leeds 3 goals. I'll start with it now. So City, Pep was saying that he's back though, but he's been off and on. It's like never.
He don't almost lose this one. Not be his back. He don't almost.
Yeah,
There
in the 93rd minute or
were
94th
some
minute.
substitution that if I care. I don't say I don't be give you that. I just give you as team manager they promote teams, but I know they see as manager they keep team for Premier League. But this one, I cut cap.
You never keep this one.
Wait for this result, for this performance, I cut cap because there's some substitution he made. After those substitutions, we saw City crumble, and all of a sudden we saw 2 goals. That especially that error tackle from what's his name, Diaz. I mean Nunes.
I think the second goal was Guardiola that made that
No.
mistake.
The first one was Nunes.
The first one was Nunes.
Nunes.
He put the ball back in the path of
The guy is Siam. The guy is Siam. He don't beat Guardiola. You get the Nunes came in for the tackle. He just had to dodge the goal.
He didn't beat Guardiola.
He don't beat him. Nothing. He
No,
don't
I
beat him.
disagree with you.
Nunes is in front.
Guardiola had already removed the ball from Calvin Lewis' path.
Yes.
Nunes came and brought it back into his path.
No, you see, if you look at the run.
Watch balls.
No,
straight.
I'm not very no. If you look at the run of Calvin Lewis, he has already beat the guy.
How?
You get then if not for this one getting that ball back to his, he had to redirect his path.
Guardiola don't already beat Calvin Lewis. Carry ball come up for him path. What are you saying?
He redirect in path.
It wasn't Calvin Lewis redirecting his path. It was Matthew Nunes doing that
If
work.
you look at the run of God, if you look at the run,
forget about the run. Look at who brought the ball
That's
back into his path.
It's up to everything in football is split seconds.
Oh, wow.
You've seen the run of this person, he's going to get the ball before him. Now he had to redirect his approach to at least if this person makes the first touch and makes a heavy touch, it's coming back to me.
Okay.
I think that was what Matthews did, and he got back to him and he scored a beautiful goal. I think after the substitution, you saw these people build momentum into that game and equalized 2-2 from 2 goals down.
John.
They came in 2-2, and all of a sudden, Phil Foden.
John, Foden scored in the first minute. His fastest goal this season in the Premier League. He scored in the first minute of that game. Then in the 91st minute, Foden actually this season he has been doing well for City, and I think he had a good game for City to score 2 goals.
Yes, he had a very good game. Starting the game and scoring in the first minute, and then scoring 2 in such quick succession gave us a good start. Unfortunately, the game was allowed to decompose by giving Leeds momentum in the second half. Already, let's not forget that Daniel Farke had come under some criticism for not making substitutions early. This was the first time he made those early substitutions, bringing on Calvin Lewis, who came in and scored that goal. And then what's the other guy that got the second goal?
Necha.
Yes, Mecha threw that penalty. Donnarumma saved it, but then the rebound, he put it back into the net. So for me, I'm going to say that I'm not going to fault anybody for the penalty. I'm just going to say that those defenders around him should have responded faster. They should have responded faster. But on that said, kudos to Phil Foden for scoring and providing in a game where we needed him to provide, because let's not underride the fact that Haaland is a freak, right? And so we need people that can score when Haaland is not scoring. And for me, I have one striker in my club. I don't know who is Mamouche. Mamouche is just a winger. We need another striker.
Okay, that game ended 3 goals to Manchester City. Manchester City have closed the gap on the table after that win, so which is fantastic for them. So in that game, in the statistics in that game, it was a fantastic game for City. They had 17 shots in total, 8 on target, 63% possession, and 497 passes, and 93 of them were accurate. and the Leeds United had only 5 shots and 2 on target.
And they scored
Yeah,
two.
so fantastic for City. I think they deserve to win this game, and they won this game. Let's talk about the other game that happened 3 p.m. quickly. Brentford beat Burnley 3-1. Thiago Igor scored 2 of those goals. Now he has 11 goals in the Premier League, so he's moving up that scoring chart. He's been scoring goals. He scored in the final minute of that game to help Brentford beat Burnley 3-1. The boy is doing well.
No
I think
doubt
the
about
boy is
it.
doing
Keith
well.
Andrews has done well.
I feel like it's forget about Keith Andrews right now.
No, the
Nobody
manager
said
now go
Keith
first give
Andrews.
Andrews. No, Keith Andrews has done well.
Thiago has been phenomenal. Also, you should be heartbroken, but it's fine.
How will I be heartbroken?
You should be heartbroken.
No be that one you won't buy. Now that defender, yes, I won't buy. No be this one.
I buy the defender now.
No be now this guy went there and collect from their hand now.
No,
be
he got this guy.
Nah, Brighton,
IT has been in Brentford for like I think he was there last season. Was played off the bench. It was when they sent him to replace Ivan Toney. I don't know what they talk of. IT to replace IT. I got Thiago to replace Ivan Toney, and why they were go and check the record. He was there last season. He was playing on the bench.
Okay.
And again, from there, I think they were starting mostly Issa, Risha, and Mbeumo. Why the guy was always coming in as a sub last season. He's a good player for the side. I'm not going to take his flowers away from him. He doesn't even get the flowers already.
Yeah, it's got 2
getting
goals.
a goal and a penalty.
Yeah,
it's okay for him. But again, he has been one of these players this season that has been leading the Brentford side. But again, I'm going to say Keith Andrews for the tactical genius.
He scored 2 goals in that game to win, help Brentford. All the goals came from 80 minutes plus. Came all the 4 goals that in that game came from 80 minutes plus in that game. Fantastic. Sunderland has been flying this season. If they continue, they are going to play even if it's Conference League, which is fantastic for a club that just came in from relegation. They fought back to win that game 3 goals to Sunderland. Has just been doing well this season.
You have to give Sunderland their flowers, but let's not come and cap that they didn't struggle in the last game.
Everybody expect them to struggle, but nobody expect them to be where they are.
No, QED. You said it because of the QED not did this one.
I don't concern.
They were over-indexing.
No, because you remember what we were saying on Saturday. And then Yarola, nothing you want tell me. You born more for the win. Semenyo, this one. They don't beat them now. I call it time. What is QED they do? And then Yarola got what he didn't expect. You get? He didn't get what he deserved because he could deserve the win in this one. If you look at the way Bournemouth started the game, they deserve the win. But again, another team manager, I cannot pronounce his name. The smart man. This something different. This something pala blue. This something tasty. And all of a sudden, they got
this something town hall.
This something town hall. Called the town hall meeting in the called the town hall meeting at the halftime, and did something pala blue, something different.
Okay.
And for the first time in the history, that's in a fresh name. They have to pronounce. Nobody has to take right how they pronounce them. So leave it like that. I think it's Raphael or so. But again, the way they came out in the second half, did they come back against Bournemouth from 2 goals down?
Yeah.
I've not seen Sunderland did before.
Yeah, they did.
But again, it was fantastic performance from them.
Yeah,
Brian Bobby and all of them just coming out, running and making sure.
Sunderland won that game 3 goals to 2. So fantastic for them. Good game for them. Okay, Everton lost at home 4-1 to Newcastle.
You must go full everywhere.
It was a disappointing result because everybody was expecting them to win. Yeah, they conceded in just first minute of that game. But they scored again. He's been just scoring small, so he's moving up the scoring chart again. But
so long as he's ahead of Isak, QED.
It's okay, but a fantastic game for Newcastle. They beat Everton 4-1 after Everton beat Manchester United at Old Trafford with 10 men. They came at home and they did not even do well in this game. They lost comfortably to Newcastle 4-1. Let's talk about Spurs because Spurs is somebody's son. Is a team that
sometimes somebody's son.
Sometimes I just shake my head because of Spurs. The way they concede goals is just funny. It's just funny. They conceded in the 4th minute and the 6th minute. Just first 10 minutes of the game, they have conceded 2 goals.
FULHAM came with.
Yeah, even though and one of the second goal, the goalkeeper came out. I don't even know what he's thinking.
The second goal was squarely on the goalkeeper. Nothing on
you came out from your 18 years, just put the ball through in and run back. You wanted to kick it out, and you didn't even kick it out well. And they collected the ball and just scored with an empty. The defender Dansu was just standing there. You know the goalkeeper wasn't there. Just track back now, stay on the line in case. It was just
like I don't get it. I don't get it.
The defense from
you see that lineup? You see that lineup?
It does.
See that lineup.
It's not about lineup here.
Again,
So
again,
leave
They had
that
only
thing.
2 shots on target in the whole
Thank
game.
you. How does that happen after going toe to toe with Paris Saint-Germain, playing a good game, scoring goals in that game, even though you lost, but the performance is better than what we
My
saw
own
in
Chukwe
this
got
game.
an assist in that game. Waiting
Yeah, that's
me,
the main.
concern,
That's the main,
concern
Okay,
main
on to the
thing
next
there.
one.
waiting concern me,
On
concern
to the
Spurs.
next one
Chukwe
now.
got an assist.
But again,
This
it was.
is
I
another
think
assist for him
performance
too.
in the Premier League this season has been dropping. Like this game
It's
you're
no way
up.
better off than last season, though.
This way you're up. The next game you're down. This game you're up. The next game you're down. I think for the first 10 games they played, they were kind of up, and a little bit of down. But in this particular match, I'm going to say it categorically. Poor performance. It was poor performance of the players. Poor reading of the game from the manager, because you're seeing the game unfold the way it did. You're 2 goals down already. You fought back to get 1 goal. You should have made some subs, made some games to at least take control of the game, take charge of the game, and perhaps because it felt like Fulham midfield was even better than the midfield of Tottenham at the night.
Okay, Spurs in the last 5 games have lost 3 of their last 5 games. They are in trouble. Frank needs to start picking up points, or else he is going to have So he is going to have a big thing. Like look at what happened to Angie. This how they started a season where kept dropping until they finished somewhere around 14th on the table, or 15th. So they need to start watching it, or else what will happen? What will happen with Angie last season will happen to him, and Spurs don't smile these days. Okay, let's move on to the Sunday games. Manchester United beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Mateta scored the penalty. He won that penalty and scored the penalty for that first goal. It was a little bit of controversy because when he took that penalty, he hit the other foot before he hit the back of the net, which was double touches.
Thank you.
Remember in the game of Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid last season, when Alvarez took that penalty for double touch, it was cancelled. So, but at the end of the season, they reviewed that incident and they decided to change the rule. Now, if you have a double touch in a penalty, when you want to shoot a penalty and have a double touch, you retake it. You retake it when you score the goal. If you miss it, they'll not retake it.
It's the same thing for goalkeepers.
Yes, if you miss the goal, if you miss the penalty, you will not retake it. But if you score, you have to retake it because of double touch. But he took it again and scored again after the second attempt. He scored it. But in the second half, I won't say that Mike came out fighting. They scored from 2 set pieces, which was fantastic. First from Zeski, and second a layoff to Mount, and a fantastic strike from Mount to make it 2-1 for Manchester United.
Yes, first things first is that Mateta, kudos to you. At the bottom line is sometimes you create chances, you take on the ball, you want to score for yourself, but you do not find the perfect opportunity to do so, and so you take it where you see it. So penalty taking, kudos for you. For Manchester United, we said it before, consistently inconsistent, in the sense that this game did not start at the blow of the whistle. This game did not, it started after they conceded that goal, and it's fine and good so long, like they will say remontada, so long as you can come back, no problem. I don't think there's anybody that will argue Manchester United getting this win, because they earned it. The guy that has been on the bench for the better part of last season and some parts of this season came good for them. The other,
they don't have a choice.
They don't get choice now. At the end of the day,
Sesko is out.
Thank you. This is what we say, that you come to a club, you work with everybody.
He's working with everybody now.
Work with everybody.
He's working with everybody.
I'm just saying it because we are seeing it play out. He's working with everybody. How many games has Zeski started this season?
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
He's only starting because these guys are not available.
He doesn't have to start.
And if they are available, he will never start. How many games has he come on as a sub this season?
Well, I think that's a good thing about it. If you have an opportunity now, he is now forced.
He's
The coach, yes, Amory is now forced. Even when both Cunha and Sesko is back.
The funny thing is that it's not only Zeski. Look at Meno too.
See everything. Man, you win. Forget about this thing.
Man, you win.
Tell Man you say Man you win. No find waiting go drop the manager for free.
I know they drop anything for free. I'm just telling it what it is.
It's as simple as the manager came in, worked with everybody. If you look at the way he played in the first season, when he came in the half season, worked with everybody, knew the players he had to work with, knew the ones that had to leave on loan, knew the ones that said, we don't have the power to fight for long, we are going out on loan. The likes of the people who went on loan in January, because he came in November and coached November. So between that November till February, he was actually playing everybody in the side. And if you notice, he made more of the
but
it's questionable, man.
Go and check the record. And again, remember, go and check the record. I don't fully argue that one. Go and check the record. Again, before this time, I told you in Saturday that Man United has been dropping points against some teams, and that yoke is about to break. That yoke has broken this season. We talked about Liverpool, we talked about Brighton, we talked about Brentford. I told you before that yoke has broken. And for the past 7 games, or let's say for the past 5 games, both home and away, for the past 5 games, Man United has not scored a goal against Crystal Palace. No single goal. He reached this one, they scored 2. Which means that yoke has been finally broken. Second leg, got to the next one, Old Trafford, they beat Crystal Palace again. But I said it, I called it, but again, I didn't expect them to come in. I thought they were going to start the game with the fast pace, early goal, then defend from there. But again, Crystal Palace, it could have been 3 goals up. They could have been 2 goals up. They could have been 2-1. They could have been 2-2 in the first half. But again, they just had to conform to that penalty by Matata. Which me, I still feel like that rule they change. Maybe every time they change rule like that. They changed handball rule. They changed handball rule in 2019. Change it again. Let me finish. They changed it in 2019. Change it in this thing. It reached Real Madrid turn. Everybody they look at rule that has been standing for a long time. Double touch, cancel penalty. Goalkeeper comes outside to catch the ball. If he's not on the penalty, if he's not on the line and he comes out, he steps forward to catch the ball. If he makes the save, you retake. If he doesn't make the save, he score on to the next one. But again, in this one, I feel like the rule, that particular rule of the taker, is common sense. If you throw a ball and you have to commit a foul throw, the ball goes to the opposition side. If you miskick a penalty, it's goal kick.
Well,
I don't know why they go to change that rule. They're not supposed to even. That's one rule. That's one rule they are not supposed to even touch at all.
No, I think just like it's not
everything
involved.
That's one rule.
Everything should be moving forward. For example, when we are growing up, it was golden goal.
Thank you.
The father that golden goal was sweet. If your team scored golden goal,
if you are not scored,
because golden goal, you can just score for it. So I think somebody, a fan died at some point, so they have to review it. Let them play the full 30 minutes. It changed. Handball doesn't make sense. If you see somebody you just holding their hand, the hand is beside them, and he still touches their hand, they give a penalty. They changed it. That had to be deliberate now. They brought in VAR to make it a little bit fair.
Thank you. Goal line technology.
Goal line technology to make it fair. So they are
we are getting there, but that Mbappe's goal that they cancelled, was it a deliberate handball?
Which one?
Yesterday night.
The one that Jude Bellingham touched.
Thank you.
Was it deliberate?
See, VAR is there. VAR is there for referee to look at second inning. When I was growing up, it was a split second.
Take the red card against Caicedo, for instance. It would have been a yellow, and the cheeky human being would have walked away without taking a red card. Look at that, and you're pretending on the pitch for the first.
So, fantastic game for Manchester United to win that
Comeback
game.
Kings.
The rule is that I've now changed for penalties. So once you do a double touch for penalties, you have to retake it if you scored it. But if you miss it, that one they will continue the game. Okay, statistics in that game. Man, you had Crystal Palace had 13 shots in total, 3 on target, 43% possession, and 259 passes. For Manchester United, they had 13 shots in total, 6 on target, 57% possession, and 376 passes, and 84 of them were accurate. So fantastic 3 points for Manchester United. Let's talk about West Ham. West Ham lost at home to Liverpool.
Yes.
Isak scored his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. He has scored only 2 goals for Liverpool, 1 in the Carabao Cup, now 1 in the Premier League. He scored the goal to open the scoring in that game, but it was a poor game for West Ham. Liverpool needed this win actually, because after 3 games in a row they have lost in the Premier League. They needed that win, and if you add the thrashing in the midweek for Champions League, in the Champions League, it's going to be 4 in a row they have lost, so it didn't make sense. But West Ham just dashed them points.
West Ham no dash anybody points. They collect. West Ham collect.
You reach West Ham turn to collect their own 3 points. They go dash.
They no fit do anything, and maybe they vibrate on Saturday. How market? Why you come now?
The worst part of that thing, they didn't have 1 shot on target in that game.
How you go get shot on target? How you go get shot on target?
When Akalowis different.
I don't think you go play with people for that one.
How you go get shot on target when Akalowis different? Because you want to come and rub it on my face.
You say Callum Wilson, I want you. Simple. Bible don't shoot. They collect a paycheck.
Going into this game, I told you, I know they talk about, I told you how it's going to go out. You get, and again, what was supposed to happen in that game didn't happen. I gave you both strongholds from both teams. I told you, Dominic, if you played the middle three the way they're supposed to play, put Curtis Jones on the bench, Liverpool might get something out of this one. Again, I didn't expect them to drop Curtis Jones to the bench and also drop Mohamed Salah to the bench.
No, but that was what was expected.
I didn't expect Mo Salah to also be dropped to the bench. But again, I saw him putting a defender. For talking about freezing players out, now freezing out with that. You didn't work with a player, Joe Gomez. He's been frozen out. That was what they call maximum freezing out. 0 minutes played when he had
maximum freezing out is Raheem Sterling at Chelsea, please. Let's not go
actually at Arsenal. At Arsenal.
Raheem Sterling at Chelsea right now is maximum.
No, that one is different.
No, it's not.
I mean,
different.
for available players for the side, you get maximum freezing out at Joe Gomez by Anslot. And you saw him come into this game, shut down Paqueta because Paqueta was playing from that position, from the flanks. He shut down Paqueta, and again the two defenders did their job right. But again, it was disappointing for me to see that I could not create something.
Okay,
that red card was not.
So you can cry me a river for that.
Westham lost that game 2 goals.
You said no complaining here on Saturday.
I'm not complaining. I just told you went away.
Yeah, Liverpool won that game. This has scored his first goal. Congratulations to him. He was talking to the press and we was saying, he knows that he needs to do more and all. But let's see if he's going to be one of many he will score, because they brought him in to score goals after scoring about 20-something goals in the Premier League. 20 goals, 20-something goals in the Premier League last season. Everyone was
just 3 goals short of Salah.
Yeah, everyone was thinking that if he comes in to Liverpool that has more, that will create more for him in quotes, he was going to score 30 Premier League goals, but almost he goals scored. But they scored against West Ham and they beat West Ham at home, away from home 2-0. Aston Villa won Wolves 1-0. A fantastic strike from Aston Villa to win that game 1-0. Kamara scored in the 67th minute of that game to win that game against Wolves. Wolves are rock bottom in the Premier League. Obviously, as I said at the beginning of the show, they are obviously going to relegate. They have only 2 points. That is 2 draws, and they have lost 11 games and only 2 draws in 13 games. That is crazy for a team that is in the Premier League. I think the lowest point in the Premier League is about, I think, 14 or so.
In Norwich, Southampton last season.
I think they actually broke that record. I remember that
they
broke that record.
They did 12 points.
They actually
12 points.
They didn't finish the record points in the Premier League. People that relegate, but let's see. Wolves are in trouble. Arokudele is at Wolves. Hopefully, he will do something in the second half of the season and save Wolves. But
even
Wolves is unsavable.
If you score his goals, I'll remove his name. If they relegate, no concern.
Okay. After a fantastic game, Nottingham Forest have lost a home game against Brighton 2-0. They have been in a good run, so there is still building. So, and he's been getting results. But let's see where he was going to finish. I think after this season, he has a chance to buy his own players in the summer. And they see what Sean was going to do.
If he still has his job.
Yeah, but he lost at home.
A very big if.
He lost at home 2-0 against Brighton. Okay, let's talk about the big one that happened yesterday. Chelsea and Arsenal played a 1-1 draw. It was a fantastic game of football. The first 15 minutes before that Caicedo red card, it was Chelsea that were on top before he got that red card. Even before then, though, there were no really threat on both sides. They were playing with lovely tactics from both coach. James played in the midfield. Arsenal did not play with a striker. Merino started again, and Jesus and Gyökeres are back. From injuries, they were on the bench, but it was a fantastic game of football. Chelsea played almost 65 minutes of football with 10 men, and they actually scored the first goal. Arsenal equalized. It was a good game of football, even though since 2018, Chelsea have not beaten Arsenal in the Premier League at the Stamford Bridge. So it's a record that Arsenal have kept. But it was still a good game for Chelsea to draw that game 1-1 against Arsenal.
Yeah, it was a good game for Chelsea, no doubt. You have to look at the way they are. Chelsea coming into this game were the better attacking side. Very good. Arsenal coming into this game were the better defensive side.
Even though they lost Saliba and
yes, even though they lost, yes.
Let's rephrase. You say Chelsea coming into this game.
Chelsea coming into this game was the
better attacking side. Get anything to offer. They had
what are you telling me?
Attack get anything to offer.
What are you telling me?
Which attack?
What are you telling me?
Talk about attack. This attack is, I don't know how to put it. This attack is not potent.
Oh wow.
There's nothing.
Chelsea's attack is not potent.
I said it on the show on Saturday, and I'm going to say I said it on the show on Saturday. Chelsea going forward in the offensive play has nothing to offer. Now you cannot trust Garnacho okay, let's say Estabal maybe because somebody called me on Saturday and said I'm writing him up. I said maybe Estabal and Pedro Neto. The rest of the attacking players
Chelsea has scored 24 goals this Premier League season. Arsenal has scored 25. Manchester have scored 27. So 3 of them have been scoring
goals. That's what I'm saying. But again, the Arsenal defense has been top notch.
But I think Arsenal was missing Saliba before the game.
Arsenal are missing credible players in defense, but those replacements did the job.
They
Replacement joke.
But they struggle.
I know.
They struggled in that game.
They struggled because they played a team with the better attacking side. That's what I'm telling you.
Let's talk about the incidents of that red card incident. It started when that game started. I was seeing that game. Caicedo was always normally he won't bully you because he's always that kind of player. But unfortunately for him, he got a red card. When I saw that tackle, I was thinking probably it was a yellow because he was faking injury. But when we saw the replay,
you cannot come and do that rubbish.
I don't even understand why he was faking injury.
What was he faking the injury for?
What do you think? Do you think it's a red card, yes or no?
It's a double red card.
No, so what do you think?
Because not Chelsea player.
It's not about Chelsea player. Leave that
I think it's a yellow card.
Okay, but
yellow card.
Yeah, Maresca said that it's a red card, but Maresca's what he was actual argument is that I think an incident against Newcastle. The same tackle was a yellow card. He said that both should be a red card, but he didn't understand the inconsistency of
everybody will find an excuse to leave everybody will find. On the day we are judging case by case is a double red card. Red card for the attack, 2 red card for the drama acting on the pitch. Drama acting on the pitch. Let's not forget that this is somebody who has escaped 2 other yellow cards with the challenge on what's his name, was it Martinelli now that he took off on Eberechieze, took him out. There was no issue, it was a yellow cardable offense. There was no yellow card given to him. 2 other incidents against 2 other players in that before this one. So a deserving red card, please.
Okay, after that red card, the game balanced a little bit. In the second half started. First minute or second minute of the second half, they scored from a corner kick. Fantastic cross from James and fantastic header from Shalova to make it 1-0 for Chelsea.
Now, like I said, John was talking about the attack. Chelsea has been scoring goals by defensive play and midfield. Look at the players who scored the most goals for Chelsea this season: Pedro Neto, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and some other players in that around that area. Not really the Joao Pedro and the rest of them in the Premier League this season. So again, going into this game, I said it before that Chelsea had that pack of midfield that could shoot the defense and also make it look like as if they have a very potent front line. But going forward in attacking play, Chelsea has nothing to offer going into this game. Then again, that last minute injury by Saliba kind of destabilized the Arsenal defense. You get me? The last minute injury by Saliba kind of destabilized the Arsenal defense, which means they had to settle for Mosquera Hincapié in centre back, which also kind of worked.
But they struggled.
But I
saw that game.
Again in this same game after the red card, I've said it before. I've complained about it in multiple occasions where Maresca will rush and make subs. You say I let the game play like that because you still get midfielders. If he still shields the game, if he still run the game as they be, he had those midfielders that can still run the game perfectly. So it didn't rush in making substitutions into that game. Again, he managed the team until the second half.
Okay, fantastic game. After that goal, Arsenal scored quickly after that goal. Nice cross from Saka and nice header from Merino. Merino have been scoring goals. After that game, Arsenal tried to attack, but Chelsea had a couple of chances too. But at the end, it ended 1-1. Arsenal is by Gyökeres is by. Jesus was on the bench, but he didn't play any minutes. Gyökeres played. It was a good game generally, but few chances here and there. But if you look at the balance of play, I think that both Chelsea and Arsenal and Manchester United are just in this Premier League title race.
And Manchester United,
which Manchester United one?
That's what you said. I'm just asking.
Okay, I said Manchester City is in this title race. Yes, not Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. But it was a fantastic game.
I will not take away the fact that Aston Villa is also this title. 7 wins, not be that thing. Well, 7 wins for Man City, 7 wins for Aston Villa. If Man City can be in this title race, Aston Villa saved there.
It was a fantastic game. James won a man of the match in that game. Fantastic for James. He marshaled that midfield. Even when they went down to 10 men after that nonsense challenge from Caicedo, I don't know why you have to make those challenges uncalled for, but he almost injured Merino in that game. He took a red card, but Chelsea actually tried and balanced that game. As Nonso just said, they didn't make a quick substitution. They stayed on the same formation after enter the second half, they made some quick substitution that actually
Esther
almost
Barnes,
worked for them
Garnacho.
too. But it was a fantastic game for Arsenal and Chelsea. But since 2018, Chelsea have not actually beaten Arsenal at the Bridge. So I think one of these records Maresca will try and just do something next season.
Next year now.
Next year for
Next
Chelsea. But it was a fantastic game for both teams. I think in both ground of, if you look at the both scheme of things, both teams deserve a point in that game. But Arsenal is still for Chelsea and now moved back to third. If you look at the statistics in that game, it was a good game for Chelsea. Chelsea had 11 shots in total. 5 of them were on target, but they had lesser possession, 38% possession and 291 passes. Obviously, because they took a red card in the first 30 minutes of that game. For Arsenal had 8 shots in total, 5 on target, 2 and had more possession, 62% possession, and 407 passes and 91 of them were accurate.
97%.
91, yeah. Let's see. It was a good game for both teams. I think, as I said before, I think if you look at both teams, they deserve 1 point. Both teams might be angry for not getting 3 points, but I feel like if Chelsea are still 11 on the pitch, I have a feeling that probably I'm actually that Chelsea probably won that game, but they were on top.
Let me not tell you.
They were on top in the first,
let me tell you, when you take
25 minutes of that game,
when they were top, when you take a red card, the dynamic of play changes to more defensive play. If they were complete, they would have lost this game.
Okay, but let's see that game.
Because they sat deep and hit on the break. If they were complete, they would have been more attacking.
I said go one plus attack.
Yes.
Okay, it was 1-1 at the end of the day, so fantastic points for both teams. If you look at the league table now, Arsenal is still first with 30 points. They have, after 13 games, they have 30 points. City have moved to second with 25 points. Chelsea dropped to third with 24 points. Aston Villa, after they are not scoring about 3 or 4 games at the beginning of the season, have 24 points, the same point with Chelsea in fourth position. So fantastic for Aston Villa. Fifth position is Brighton with 22 points. Sunderland are sixth with 22 points. Manchester United are climbing. They have 21 points in seventh position. Eighth position is Liverpool. Liverpool have been struggling. Even though they won against Westham, they have 21 points in eighth position. Ninth position is Crystal Palace with 20 points. Brentford 19 points in 10th position. 11th is Bournemouth in 19 points. 12th position Tottenham 18 points. 13th position on the table is Newcastle with 18 points. Everton is 14th with 18 points. Fulham is 15th with 17 points. 16th on the table is Nottingham Forest with 12 points. Westham just above with good minus 12 though, but they are 17th with 11
more goals. We scored more goals than them.
Yeah, they have
It's
11
4
points. Leeds are 18th on the table with 11 points. Burnley are 10th, have 10 points with 19 points. Then lastly, the Wolves are rock bottom with just 2 points. They have lost their last. They just only have 2 draws this season, and they've lost 11 games this season.
Wow.
Very, very poor. Okay, highest goal scorer in the Premier League is Haaland with 14 goals. Igor Thiago is just behind him with 11 goals. But let's see who is going to probably win that highest goal scorer. Okay, quickly before we start taking phone calls, let's go to our YouTube channel and read some of the comments there. Okonkwo Ben Mary is here. Say one club has more record this season than their number of Premier League titles. He's talking about Chelsea. Wow. Okay, Jude Bellingham is saying, good morning, guys. May banter be unto you guys. Okay.
And also with you, my friend.
That's Zesky goal. That's Zesky goal is the goal of the season.
No doubt about it.
So he's saying Crystal Palace, Crystal Palace keeper. Come out cap immediately. Okay, Jada Sonto is saying happy weekend. Okay, what a weekend of football, guys. Yeah, he says Arsenal are shameless and lack the mentality to be champions. How can they be defending against 10 men? 10 men. Kudos to Chelsea for doing a good job with 10 men over 60 minutes. Okay. Anene Nagozim. Okay, Anene, welcome to the show. He said, good morning, guys. Happy Manchester United all the way. Okay, Manchester United all the way.
They don't wake up.
Yeah, okay. Leo Emmanuel, he said, as a Manchester United fan, we shouldn't be happy about this win because the performance is still not really impressive.
I agree
they can't really string 2 or 3 passes together, and as usual, the midfield seems lost. Okay, fantastic. Okay. Chigozie, welcome to the show. Say good morning, guys. I said just cost Chelsea the match, but it is well. Okay, Christian. Okay, Christian Christian, welcome to the show. He's saying if Arsenal couldn't win Chelsea with one man down, I doubt the possibility of them winning the Premier
Will they
League.
calm down?
Okay, let's see. Ben Mary is still back. He's saying a world champion should have won at all costs, even if they were reduced with 8 men. Celebrating a draw at home is shame. They no get home self. They no get home self to rent. Okay, they no get home self. It's rented
Now
apartment.
rent, then they rent.
Now,
No
as I
worry.
been okay, but let's see. It was a fantastic game of football throughout the Premier League. Okay, I'll give you the result of the La Liga before we start taking phone calls. It's going to be an interesting game after the weekend of games, but we're going to talk about it more tomorrow and other league tomorrow. But Real Madrid drew 1-1 yesterday, and Barcelona beat Alaves 3-1. So Barcelona is now top of the La Liga. So we're going to talk about that games more tomorrow. Even in the Serie A, Roma is not on top again because they lost to Napoli 1-0. So we're going to talk about the Serie A games today. I want to start taking phone calls about the Premier League because I know everybody want to talk about this Premier League game that happened. For the Oriental Derby, ENYIMBA won us 2-1. We'll talk about all these games tomorrow. But let's start taking phone calls and get your own contribution about all these games that happened throughout the weekend. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you. Okay, yeah, your contribution.
Anybody that feels that he is not able to see the time to understand, let that person come and pass me at that number 1 spot. I won't be shouting again.
Okay.
I don't want years to last night. You are still under me. I don't want year. Just massive quiet. Come past me. You get your order to pass me. Come past me. See that number 1. Make I stop the second. Then I don't say anything again for any radio station. I will just keep quiet.
Okay.
Pay for that dog. Nobody party pass me. Whether I draw Chelsea or not. See the fans, they celebrate draw like stadium. I won't get it. That is how they are being. Once they get the draw against Arsenal, they are very happy. Okay. We after that part, they are happy with the draw because I was expecting my point to back to get the draw. But you see them very happy. Then they will say one man that. Now we tell them make them collect us.
All right.
So the good about it is that last, now we be number 1 and now we top the table.
Okay.
We don't talk. When you pass me, now they are going to be quiet.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
We have evidence now, don't worry. Leroy,
Okay,
we are coming for
Arsenal
you.
is still 5 points ahead of Manchester City. So 5 points is it's small and big at the same time, depending on how you want to see it. But let's see. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Godwin.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, your
Welcome.
contribution.
But that guy did not sound like it on Saturday. People did what you guys were doing.
Yes, I remember vividly.
You should have been more updating that Jessica please get a draw. Then, because let me talk about Man U.
Okay.
But I really wanted to call on Saturday, but I couldn't get it.
Okay.
So, our problem this time, I disagree with John and Nonso completely on that Saturday.
Okay.
Nonso was saying it's a defense problem. John was saying it's attack. But as far as Bishop is concerned, I have watched this team several. Understand? Maybe sometimes, sometimes live score and highlight nothing to discuss the game.
Yeah.
Our problem lies in the midfield.
Now, Bishop.
We don't have good midfield. I'm coming on. So you have made your point that I'm coming.
All right. Thank you.
When you come to the midfield, our midfield is very poor. Casemiro and Bruno, look at the age, 33 to 31 is to hear about. They can't do this. Then let's forget about Wemu, Inya, Nesco, or Zex. That's our midfield. And we have Maguire, the leader of the rally debate. Let's say we have Caicedo and Enzo our midfield, Bruno and Casemiro. That's just different. But we have McAllister, and we also have what is it, Caicedo. Or we have Pedro, or at least we have De Jong. Or do you imagine that we have Domenico? I'm not calling you men that play midfield. But why you can't post for anyone?
Yeah.
You can't. The team always run us blockers. What the midfield does is this. They solidify the defense and the front line. You can't just run us riots in the midfield. You want our attackers to struggle at the base. How? The anything we are playing, we always take us from the midfield and we are gone. Sometimes I have watched this man is favorite. Sometimes at the stage, we be removed and the midfield will collapse entirely. What does it tell you? That this team don't have midfield at all. If somebody will listen to me before I draw, please, I'm begging. Just for midfielder. Can you have a one? What we have one to put? Which one of my midfielder can climb people in the the ranking in the Europe. We don't have anyone that can represent Man U as a midfielder in the Europe. We don't have one. Please stop for midfielder. I think we have one or two. I'm telling you, just bring someone like McAllister team now or any other person. In fact, I want to join Pedro, but man, you can't bring Pedro that midfield.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just tired. Every time I watch this midfield, I'll be like, I don't blame the front line.
Yeah.
They're okay. Just give me midfielders now, and you see that this team, somebody, you know what is good for him. Please, next summer, don't buy striker for me again. Don't buy defender. Get me 2 or 3 midfielders, solid one.
All right.
Who have ranking in the Euro.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Bishop,
Yeah, I think
I
it makes
see-
sense though.
It
Yeah.
makes sense
Yes,
that midfield
yes.
shoots the defense, but again, if you get what I said by this time, as at game week 13 last season, Man United has only scored 17 goals or so. But by game week 13 this season, they've scored 20 something, which means they've improved in the offensive
Okay,
play.
let's take phone
So
calls.
defensive play is just worse.
Hello, good morning. They have no Fernandez, my brother. Name and location, please. All right, what is your contribution? Happy New Week.
Happy week, man.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Okay. Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. All right. Okay. Mm.
Yeah. True that.
It's true, yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah.
As goalkeeper, when they make the saves, uncle.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I think they got 3
Maybe-
points.
maybe that same place.
Make it they got.
Maybe that
3
same
points.
place this guy is there, wear face cap.
Maybe they
I mean,
collect
his son
3
no
points.
day for Le Mans face.
Okay, on our YouTube
calm
channel, Jeremy is here. Good morning, Jeremy. He's saying, okay, he's replying somebody as best Jerry. He's saying, okay, Chelsea tried yesterday, but I have to let you guys know before you win a team with a record, you need extra strength. Kudos, guys. Okay, yeah, it was a fantastic game for Chelsea to win that, not to win, to draw that game 1-1 in that game. Fantastic game. Okay, 07060485853. Call us and tell us your own contribution about this weekend's game. It was an interesting game of football at the weekend. Let's talk about the Oriental Derby. Our own darling Rangers lost 2-1 again in that game. What happened to it? I won't say what happened to it. Things have been happening to us this season, but it's an Oriental Derby. We are bound to lose at one point.
We reach where they go turn the corner, so we don't know where we start before. Well, because again, you went there yesterday. I think I'm not going to fault performance in this one because both teams are down. They get so performance level was kind of dragging in this game. I feel like sleeping through the games. It's a game that you go to the stadium, they watch, they go tell you they stand up and they go out, because with all the noise and all the raving, you could sleep off during that game. First half they came in, Rangers ENYIMBA scored the first goal, 1 goal up, and it was like that, and all of a sudden we saw Rangers build momentum into the game, but again it was not enough to get the 3 points. I just feel like if you want to keep a certain level of performance, if you want to keep a certain level of momentum in every game, you maintain that standard. Don't drop it for the next game. Don't drop it for another game. Don't say you want to rest players for this one. If you're going to be running at 70 mph, let it be 70 mph, 70 miles per hour.
Wow.
If you're going to be running, if all the players in the game is supposed to be running at least 50 miles per hour in a certain game, for every game you play, let that pace be the same.
Okay, they lost.
Win every ball, win every second ball, win every area does, go forward with intent of scoring goals, come back and defend like a unit.
They lost that game 2-1. They went out that before. Let's see. Okay, you can see colors. I think the line is okay. 07060485853. What do you think about that game that happened at the weekend? Okay, the results of the NPFL throughout the weekend: Niger Tornadoes beat Remo Stars 1-0. Bendel beat Wiki Tourist 3-0. 1-1. Bayelsa and Castanete played a 1-1 draw. Shooting Stars beat El Kanemi Warriors 1-0. Baru beat Kwara United 3-2. ENYIMBA beat Rangers International 2-1. Warri Wolves beat National United 1-0. Warri Wolves changed brought back their coach and he won the first game of his country.
Initial gra. National United don't do it.
Igorodi City is doing well. They beat Abia Warriors 1-0.
They are on top of the table.
Yeah, Kun Califat beat Plateau United 2-0. So fantastic for them. If you look at the table, at the Nigerian Premier Football League, the NPFL, Igorodi City are now first with 27 points. National United have dropped to second with 27 points, the same points. Third position is Niger Tornadoes with 23 points. Rivers United have 23 points in fourth position, even though they have played 3 games less. So they just need to win just 2 games.
They went to play Europe. Yeah. They went to play Continentals.
Yeah.
And they collected the game.
Yes, I will talk about that quickly. Yeah, that they play the Continental football. They have played 3 games
No.
less. They have 23.
No.
They have 23 points. Abia Warriors are 5th with 23 points. Warri Wolves are 22 points in 6th position. Enugu Rangers 7th on the table with 22 points. Katsina, you see, if you have won this game, we have moved to 25 points, 3rd on the table. Katsina United is 8th on the position with 21 points. ENYIMBA is 20 points in 9th position. 10th position, the Shooting Stars with 20 points. Bayelsa United 20 points. 12th position, Wiki Tori is 20 points. Remo Stars, the defending champions, are 13th on the table with 19 points. 14th position is Kwara United with 18 points. El Kanemi Warriors 15th on the table with 18 points. Kun Califat have 17 points, 16th position. 17th position is Bendel Insurance with 16 points. 18th is Baru with 16 points. Plateau is 19th with 15 points. And Kano Pillars have 9 points. They are rock bottom of the NPFL. But let's see if Rangers will keep moving up and do us more pride. Okay, back to our YouTube channel. I'll read some of those comments on our YouTube channel before we go. Leo Emmanuel is saying, okay, Tottenham go cry this season. They will cry or more. They will cry well. It's crazy. Okay, Ben Mary is saying Chelsea beat PSG, the champions of France, beat Liverpool, the champions of England, Barcelona, the champions of Spain. The only reason they couldn't win Arsenal because they are champions of nothing. But when I lose to Bayern Munich, we are champions of Germany. But let's see. It was a fantastic weekend of football. Premier League is still happening tomorrow and on Wednesday. We have midweek games tomorrow and Wednesday. Yeah, even in La Liga. Barcelona will play Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. So we'll talk about all these games tomorrow. Fantastic game. This December choke. I think 21st of December. Yeah, 21st of December. Nations Cup will start soon. So December is actually going to be full of football. Happy New Month to all of you. Happy New Month to all of our fans. Thank you for being part of our show from January till 1st of December. Hopefully all of us will be alive till 31st so we can see 2026 that the Lord has made for us. Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being part of Volt Sport, and thank you for generally for being part of Volt FM family. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for everybody that listens to us from morning till evening, especially in this particular show, Volt Sports. Thank you for all people that join us too on our YouTube channel. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. We'll talk about some other leagues like Serie A and all tomorrow, and other games that will happen in the EPL tomorrow. To join us tomorrow 8 a.m. sharp. You can also join us on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Thank you once more for joining us on today's show. My name is Godwin. Have a wonderful month ahead. Happy Christmas in advance.
In advance, baby.
December,
Yeah.
December,